Gabby Petito never goes outside.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So there's been a major development in the Gabby Petito case. Now, if you don't know who Gabby Petito was, she was a van lifer who went missing 2 years ago and wound up dead at the hands of her boyfriend, who was also on a road trip with her at the time. Now, around that time, there was a huge search on social media by many people to try and find her, and whilst that was happening, whilst every man and their dog were out there searching for Gabby, dead or alive, and her parents were frantically searching for her, it turns out that Brian's parents had been informed that she was already gone, deceased. That's right, Brian had allegedly phoned his parents just after he committed the crime and let them know that she was gone and needed a lawyer. So the developing news here is that Gabby's parents are taking Brian's parents to court in a civil matter to try and get compensation for. So just to clarify, just in case some of you don't know, because I'm aware that some of you may not be familiar with the case, that Brian, who was Gabby's boyfriend who committed the crime, eventually took his own life. That's why he's not in this situation right now. And yeah, this is really... it's a horrible situation, so let's get through it and let's see what is what. So as you can see, the case is between Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt. They are Gabby's parents. They're separated, so they're separate, but they are on the same case. Between them and Christopher Laundrie, Roberta Laundrie, and... get this, Stephen Bertolino, who is the lawyer. So it's an interesting one that the lawyer has been added on to this case, because you'd think that lawyers would do things by the law, right? So apparently not. So I've picked out the most important parts of this case to establish the timeline of exactly what's going on here. So it says, this is an action for damages that exceed $30,000 exclusive of prejudgment interest, court costs and attorney fees. So they are looking for 30 grand. I'm not sure if that's actually between them or each. I think it might be each, but that's after all costs are taken into account. It is believed that on August 27th, 2021, Brian Laundrie murdered Gabrielle Petito. The cause of death was blunt force injuries to the head and neck with manual strangulation. On August 29th, 2021, don't forget this is 2 days after she had been murdered, Brian Laundrie advised his parents, Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie, in a frantic telephone call that Gabby was gone and he needed a lawyer. Personally, I don't think there could be any argument about what he meant, because why would he need a lawyer if she'd just walked off, you know? On August 29th, 2021, Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie spoke with Stephen Bertolino, advising him that Gabrielle Petito was gone, that Brian Laundrie needed a lawyer, and sent him a retainer on September 2nd, 2021. So, as you can see, Stephen Bertolino, the lawyer, also knew exactly what had happened in the terms that Brian had told his own parents, that Gabby had gone and that he needed a lawyer. So it can be fairly well ascertained then that Stephen Bertolino most likely knew that Gabby was dead. So I don't think he has too much to defend himself there. On September 2nd, 2021, on behalf of Brian Laundrie, Stephen Bertolino entered into a fee agreement with Fleener Peterson LLC, a criminal defense law firm located in Laramie, Wyoming, for purposes of representing Brian Laundrie. Now this is an important one to note, and note the dates here. It says from September 10th, 2021 until September 19th, 2021, when Gabrielle Petito's remains were found at the Spread Creek dispersed camping area in Wyoming. Plaintiffs were extremely distraught and were attempting to locate Gabrielle Petito. So between those dates, Gabby's parents were frantically looking for their daughter and couldn't find. But note the dates, because up until around about September 10th, they weren't aware that she was missing, because to them, she was just simply away. She was on her road trip. They didn't know any different. But unbeknown to them, Brian Laundrie had returned home with Gabby's own van, but he didn't tell them, and neither did the parents tell Gabby's parents, that Brian was home and Gabby wasn't. So until around about September 10th, that's when they started looking, because they weren't aware until then. While Gabrielle Petito's family was suffering, the Laundrie family went on vacation to Fort DeSoto Park on September 6th to 7th, 2021. They went on vacation knowing that Brian Laundrie had murdered Gabrielle Petito. It is believed that they knew where her body was located, and further knew that Gabby Petito's parents were attempting to locate her. So just imagine that scene. Gabby's parents are frantically looking for their child. Brian's parents go on holiday, having been informed that Gabby is dead, and they go on holiday for a couple of days. It was speculated at the time, actually. I remember that they went on holiday and people were asking the question, is it to come up with a plan? Are they sitting around trying to come up with a plan about what to do, because they knew more than they were actually saying? But it turns out that that's probably close to the truth, to be fair. But it seems a bit, like they are going on holiday and Gabby's parents are worried sick about their child. You can see how that might come across in any case. In an effort to avoid any contact with Nicole Schmidt, who is Gabby's mother, on or about September 10th, 2021, Roberta Laundrie blocked Nicole Schmidt on her cellular phone, such that neither phone calls nor text could be delivered, and she blocked her on Facebook. So imagine that situation. You've got, on one hand, Gabby's mother frantically looking for her child, and on the other hand, you've got Brian's parents blocking her phone calls, blocking her texts, and blocking her on Facebook, so there's no contact, because they knew there was something amiss here. There seems to be no other explanation as to why that would actually happen, except for you don't want to take calls from the person who you know your son has killed the daughter of. Now, to compound matters even further, on September 14th, 2021, with full knowledge that Gabrielle Petito had been murdered by Brian Laundrie, and it is believed that they knew the whereabouts of her body, Stephen Bertolino, on behalf of Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie, issued the following statement. This is understandably an extremely difficult time for both the Petito family and the Laundrie family. It is our understanding that a search has been organised for Miss Petito in or near Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. On behalf of the Laundrie family, it is our hope that the search for Miss Petito is successful and that Miss Petito is reunited with her family. On the advice of counsel, the Laundrie family is remaining in the background at this juncture and will have no further comment. So that to me seems very, very suspect. I mean, with hindsight, because they knew, if they knew where she was, and it's believed that they did, and they definitely knew that she was deceased, then issuing a statement saying we hope and pray that she is reunited with her family, even though they know that what's actually happened, just seems really cold and very, very heartless and calculated too, especially as the lawyer is involved here and he already knows as well, and it's so bad in my opinion. Gabrielle Petito's remains were discovered on September 19th, 2021 in Petito National Forest in Wyoming. On that same day, Stephen Bertolino issued a statement saying, "The news about Gabby Petito is heartbreaking. The Laundrie family prays for Gabby and her family." Now, as far as we can tell, they all knew, okay? They all knew that she had passed away. They knew how she died and they knew where she was. They sent Gabby's parents into a mass panic, frantically searching all over, you know, in worry and heartbreak and everything else, all the other emotions that they no doubt suffered, and yet they knew. And then they issue these statements here which seem very, very cold and heartless. And to me, that this seems, it's sick. The whole thing's kind of makes me feel a bit sick, to be honest with you. I mean, this is just according to the civil case. I mean, there's a chance, albeit in my opinion a very slim chance, that none of this is true. I don't think so. I think they've put all the timelines together, and if you add it all up, then yes, it seems to be that this is indeed the truth. And it wouldn't surprise me, because back at the time, the Laundrie parents seemed they were trying to hide a lot of things, and they were not being forthcoming. They didn't want to help out in the search and things like that. And bear in mind, if you didn't know, actually, Gabby spent like a year living in the Laundrie household with the parents, so they knew her very well. It wasn't like she was a stranger to them. They liked her and everything, right? So for them to do this and not even put Gabby's parents' mind at rest, it just seems very cold and heartless. In any case, this is a civil case, so no criminal proceedings can happen. They will be subject to the fees. 30 grand is what is being asked of them, so they'll get that. But yeah, it's unfortunately they can't be put behind bars. This case is due to go ahead in May of 2024, so we'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. Now, let me know in the comments below, do you remember this case? Did you follow it at the time? I know I didn't cover it at the time because I wanted to steer clear of all the furor, it was a lot of frenzy going on at the time. But did you follow it? What did you think? And what do you think of the parents? Do you think they are guilty? Not guilty? Let me know. Until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you want to hear more about this story. In fact, if you want me to do a full story on the Gabby Petito case now, I am more than happy to do that. I mean, happy's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Until next time, have a lovely day. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.